Welcome back to Your Own Arc. Today we're going to be talking about communication. I've done a little research into communications during a time when our normal communication systems are down, internet or cell phone towers are down, how we can do independent communications. This is not meant to be a professional take on ham radios, but it's kind of an overview of how ham radios can work and some simple systems that you can put together that are portable, so that you can have them with you, or you can move them from location to location depending on where you have to hunker down in time of an emergency. What we have here is the larger of the two sets that we're going to show you, a 30-watt solar panel and the ammo can. That ammo can is 17 by 5 by 9.5, and inside of it we have the ham radio and all of the electronics that we would need to operate that except for the battery. So we'll go through each one of these things individually as we pull it out of the box. If you want, you can have this converter so that you can plug it into the regular household 120, and then we have the converters here where you can plug it into a battery, and the solar panel is to charge the battery. I didn't include a battery in this kit. Batteries are very heavy, and most likely if you're transporting the kit you'd have the battery in your vehicle, or you'd be able to find a battery. So the radio that I went with is the Lexan. It's a 25-watt ham radio dual band, and that way it's smaller, it fits in the ammo can very well. It doesn't have all of the bells and whistles, but it's a very simple and durable radio from the reviews that I've read on it. This is not a review on the radio. We haven't used them enough to do a review, but all the reviews that I've read show that this is a very durable but simple ham radio. Have your Slim Jim antenna that rolls up, which is a dual band antenna, and then the antenna cable. This is the front view of the radio, and then we built into this a 12-volt auxiliary port, a voltmeter, and then the USB port so that you could charge or run other electronics while you're operating, if you had to set this up as a communication center or command center type of a situation where you plugged it onto a battery, had the solar panel charging the battery, and then you could run your other electronics while you were operating that. Had a few questions about what it was mounted to. This is just a PVC pipe heated up, flattened out, and then molded into the shape that I wanted to use it inside of the ammo can. The antenna comes off of the back. I've got a 30-foot antenna, the Slim Jim, or 30-foot cable and a Slim Jim antenna. Just have some fishing string there. With this antenna you can throw the fishing string up in a tree or something like that and pull the antenna up in the air, be able to communicate out really well, and then move on. The back of the solar panel just mounted a charge controller and the charging cable, so the panel goes into the charge controller, and then from the battery comes out of the charge controller, so you can charge any battery, plug the ham radio into the battery, and then you have your communication system. In the smaller can, this can is 10 inches by 3.5 by 6.5, and this is a much more portable system, has the handheld ham radios, but everything that you would need to charge the ham radios if you were on the move, or if you had people out sending them on jobs or whatever, and you want to communicate with that person who was away from the base station and before they came back. The Baofeng UV5R or the UV5R triple power is an 8-watt output or a 5-watt output, and with the Slim Jim antenna they can really reach out line of sight. With that Slim Jim antenna we've reached out 41 miles from the base station to another crest of a mountain, so if there's nothing in between you can really reach out with these handheld ham radios. It just depends on what's interfering in what you're trying to do. For charging the radios, there's an extra battery pack that you can have that's an extended battery. This is a battery replacer. There's not a battery in this pack. It just clips in, and then you plug it directly into a cigarette auxiliary port on your car or something. Four-wheeler, a lot of the ATVs have those, and you can operate it without a battery. To charge the batteries you have to have the stand, and Baofeng makes a new USB charger that will plug into the stand and then into a USB port for charging the batteries. These cables right here all clip together so that you can come off of a battery or into a battery depending on how you would which direction you were wanting to charge. If you wanted to use the solar panel to charge up a car battery and then turn it around and then charge your antenna or your radio off of the car battery, you can switch these plugs back and forth depending on if you want to go in or out. The solar panel that I chose here was the only solar panel that I could find that has the auxiliary port for both the cigarette lighter type auxiliary and the USB auxiliary coming off of the solar panel. So that way you can charge either way. This solar panel will charge those up. I'll have all of the links for the at least for the portable one at this point, but all the links will be in the description below that you can look these up. Everything's on Amazon except for the Slim Jim, that's on eBay, so easy to get and easy to operate. Something that's portable and allows for communication in times when the normal communication is down. If you have any questions, be sure to contact me at yourownarc.blogspot.com.